Welcome to Let's Talk About It Buffalo Podcast with the host Anthony Stevens, right here from the beautiful city of Buffalo, New York, the city of good neighbors. Thank all of you for joining us right now on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. If you're joining us on TikTok, welcome to this video live right here on TikTok. Again, we welcome you on Facebook Live, Instagram, and Twitter. Everybody, welcome to Let's Talk About It Buffalo podcast right here from the beautiful city of Buffalo, New York. I'm so excited for all of you joining me here today. I'm so excited for the moment I'm going to share with you in the next few minutes. I want to share this with you on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and also on Spotify and Anchor and wherever our voice may be heard. Welcome to the live. We welcome you to the live on each and every one of these platforms. Again, my name is Anthony Stevens. I am your host right here from the beautiful city of Buffalo, New York. If this is your very first time joining us on Let's Talk About It Buffalo Podcast, why don't you give yourselves a round of applause? We thank you so very much for joining us right here on this platform. Again, we'd like to thank Riverside for this wonderful platform that we're able to do audio and video live right here on the platform. Our chat box is open to all of you that are joining us on TikTok. Again, we welcome you all. We thank you for being a part of what we are doing all across the world. If it wasn't for you, we would not have this podcast. Again, we want to thank you. And we'd like to take this moment to thank all of our sponsors all over the world who sponsor Let's Talk About It Buffalo Podcast. We thank you for your acts of kindness and generosity toward this podcast. Again, in the city of Buffalo, we had early voting. And the thing about that was so neat about the early voting, everybody went out to the polls to vote early. And this is what we want to talk about on the special edition for every single person to get out and vote. If you have not voted, please get out and vote. We had to take a commercial here for a second. We want to apologize to our audience. If you're joining us right here on TikTok, welcome. We're getting ready to go live on our podcast in just a minute. We want to work out some kinks before we get started. We're getting started to go on in just a few minutes. So if you're out there, please tune in, join. Hello to everybody that's joining us. Welcome. Again, invite your friends, invite family to this podcast show that's going to begin in just a minute right here on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We're going live in just a few minutes, so sit back. We trust that you will enjoy the show. We're going to be starting in just a few minutes. So go and invite somebody right now to this live. Welcome again to the live. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for becoming a guest. We invite you in. Welcome to this live. We have a chat that's available for you to chat with us at any time that we're getting started. Please chat in the box on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. You can also do it on Twitter also. So let's get into the podcast in just a minute. Thank you for joining us. We welcome you to Let's Talk About It Buffalo Podcast with your host, Anthony Stevens, right here out of the beautiful city of Buffalo, New York, the city of good neighbors. Welcome to this special edition right here from the great city of Buffalo, New York. I'm so excited for all of you that are joining us on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Welcome to this mobile platform by Riverside FM. I'm so glad that you are joining us tonight to share with you very quickly as we prepare for voting season. The voting season is in the air and everything is getting ready to go down on Tuesday, November the 5th. I want you to know that early voting started here last week and it's continuing on this weekend, and I had the opportunity to get out and vote. I want to share this with my friends and family. If you have not voted, please get out and vote. I'm sharing this on every mobile platform. Every mobile platform that I have, from Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, wherever you are watching me. We have early voting going on, and it's going on right now. And we want to thank every single person who joined us on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Also, our listening platforms. We want to welcome you to this podcast show. If this is your very first time joining us right here on Let's Talk About It Buffalo Podcast, why don't you put your hand together, give yourselves a round of applause. Again, we want to thank you for joining us. Also, we want to take this moment to thank our sponsors all over the world who sponsor Let's Talk About It Buffalo Podcast. If it wasn't for you, there would be no podcast. Thank you for your acts of kindness and generosity toward this podcast show. Also, you can join us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. You can also be a part of our Patreon, our online merch, and on the ways to give. All of this information will be provided at the end of this podcast show. And we want to provide you with the information on how you can be a part of our podcast show. Thank you so much for everybody who's watching us on every social media platform that is out. If you're not a part of our YouTube channel, you can join us at Let's Talk About It Buffalo 23 on YouTube. Again, Let's Talk About It Buffalo Podcast 23 on YouTube. It has been a very exciting Saturday, a beautiful autumn Saturday. Everybody's out and about. Many people are voting. Many things are happening in every city. But again, if you're not voting, I don't know what you're waiting for. Go ahead and get your vote in. We have two different candidates that are running for the office of presidency. So please get out and vote. And that's why it is important that we share this special edition with you for the next few days. We're going to share the platform with you. We want to hear from your perspectives on who you think will win this election. And it's very important that you have two candidates here. And everybody has their own opinion of what they think of each one of the candidates. But it's important that we share the moment together on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, wherever voices are being heard. It is important. You know, it's all over the world. It's all on the social medias, on every listening platform you can name. There's people with their opinions about who should do what. And, you know, we're here to support, we're here to support and do our part as a citizen in our city. Everybody has a part to do, a part to play in this election. So again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not voting, please get out to your polls to vote. I know that you hear it so much, but it's important that we talk about it because our ancestors went through so much to get to this point. They went through so much to get to this point. And this is a point that is being shared across the world. A lot of people want us to shut up and forget about it, but we can't forget about what our ancestors had to go through for us to live and vote. I know that people don't want to hear it, people don't want to talk about it, but we need to talk about it. We need to come together. We need to understand the importance of voting. Now, my podcast generates so many people across the country, across the world, and it's amazing the people that are affected by the moment of voting. And we welcome you to the show. As I said before, our chat box is open. You can leave us a comment. You can ask us anything while we're here podcasting. We leave our chat box open for anybody that has a comment, that wants to share with us. We are here on this platform to share with our listening audience. Please invite someone to the podcast show on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. Please invite somebody to look at this video. It's important that we share much information with you. Now, it's not going to be a long podcast, but we want to share as much information with you to get to the polls on Tuesday. Just think about the things that are getting ready to happen and the reason why it's getting ready to happen. Just think about it. It is election time. It is election time. And if we want change, it starts with who? Us. You know, they always say a closed mouth won't get fed. So if we're not getting out to vote, then we can't get the results that we need. We need every person that's listening to get out and vote. Now, I want to say something while you are on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, however you're connected up with us. It is important that you make the right decision for your family, because we have two different candidates that are going different directions. So whatever direction you're going or how you want to go, make sure it's the direction that's going to help your family, help the people that you're around. You know, it's a lot going on. You know, a lot going on. And I feel that we can make it together if we just get out and vote. You know, I can't say enough about it, but I can say this. If we don't get out and vote, if we don't take time to do it, then it won't be counted for. You know, doing this podcast has helped me a lot. I've traveled so much podcasting. I love it. This is what I do. This is my job. But I love it because in podcasting, you're able to speak what's on your mind and what you're thinking about. You know, this generation now is a little different now. Little different. People don't realize how important it is for us to get out here and vote, for us to do the right things, for us to teach our children the importance of it. It's our ancestors who died trying to make it better for us. You know, I look at my great-grandparents and I look at my grandparents and I look at my parents, what they had to go through to make things happen for us. You know, we're living in a year now where everything is changing. Everything is changing. You got one candidate that wants to cancel out education. You got one that wants to keep building education. We got to get it together. Every single person. And it's important. It's important that we get it together. We don't want to wait too late on anything. When I went to the polls today and I saw all those people in line, getting in their early morning voting, getting it in, getting it done, getting things to happen in their community. It's what it is, ladies and gentlemen. You can't fight that yourself. This is something that's not made up. This is the truth. That people are doing it across the country, across the world, every city. Thinking about the people in our neighborhood, the people in our cities. Not only do we have the presidency, but we have other people voting. Other people that are Democrat, Republican, liberals, independents. You got all these people. You got people that are not going anyway. You got people that are not going at all. So my question to you is, what's stopping you from getting to the polls? What is stopping you? I want you to hear this. What is stopping you from getting to the polls? Can't nothing stop you from getting to your place that you want to be. No one can stop you from doing what's right. You got to want to do this. We welcome you, Thomas and Hakeem. Welcome to the video. Trust that you're enjoying what I'm saying. Welcome. Hello to everybody. Welcome, Jonah, to this video here on TikTok. Every person I'm shouting out is important to me. Every one of you are very important to me. And because you're important to me, I want to help as many people as possible. I have to help many people realize how important they are to the world. Now watch this. Not everybody's going to agree with you. Not everybody's going to like what you say. I sit behind this microphone. I interview so many people all the time. But we got to make something happen. And it starts with us right now. It starts with you. It starts with me. It starts with our community. It starts with our world. We're just a few days from something changing or something staying the same. We're here right now together. But come Tuesday, it could be something that's going to change or something that will stay the same. Nobody wants to keep living in the same. So there must be a change happening. Take a moment. Take a moment for a second. And I really want you to think while you're watching me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, wherever you're watching me from. If you're joining us on YouTube, welcome. But think about this. What's going to happen? What's going to happen when the results come out? What's going to happen when the results come out. There's a lot of people that I speak to, talk to, so they're not voting because they feel like there's no change getting ready to take place. They feel like it's just crazy. They feel like there's no use. So, just think about this. I got about 5 minutes left. And I want to share this with you. Today could be the day that you make the right change. Because like I said, it's a moment that something's going to change or something will stay the same. If it stays the same, what are you going to do? What are you going to do if it stays the same? What are you going to do if it's a change? It's all up to you. It's your vote. It's your moment. That's all I'm saying. I won't never change a person's thinking or ability. I won't change it. But I'll help you understand it. I'll help you know how important you are to the world. How important your voice is. How important you have it right now. It's in your fingertips. You can go and do it right now and still be proud of yourself, knowing that you made a change, that you made a difference in the world, that people are now loving and respecting you for the changes you have made because you took out time to vote. If you don't vote, you don't have a say. And we as people, we never want anybody to take our voices away. God has given us these voices to use. Why would you want somebody to take something away from you? It's your God-given right to use it. If you never say nothing at all, if you never talk at all, you can't get heard. It's up to you to make the decision. I'm sharing this on TikTok. I'm sharing this on Facebook. I'm sharing this on Instagram. I'm sharing this on Twitter. People are watching me all over the world right now. And because I want to share the moment, I want to share the moment. Because every platform I'm on, as I travel all over the world, being able to see different people, being able to see different things, it's amazing what you hear from other people on the outside. We have something, ladies and gentlemen, that is beautiful. We have something that will allow us to do what we need to do to help others. This platform is open for you to leave your comment down below, to share your moment, share your thoughts on this election year. I know it's a moment where people really don't want to talk about this voting year. I understand it. I didn't create this. And the candidates that are running, they're running for the office of the President of the United States. You have one that wants to take us back. You have one that wants to move forward. So that's your choice to think about where you want to move to, how you want to move. It's your choice. Nobody can stop you. It is your choice. But again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here on Let's Talk About It Buffalo Podcast with your host, Anthony Stevens. Thank you for joining us on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can be a part of all of our social media platforms. You can join us on Facebook at Let's Talk About It Buffalo Podcast on Facebook. You can be also a part of our Instagram at Let's Talk About It Buffalo 9 on Instagram, on Twitter at Let's Talk About It 4 on Twitter. Right here on TikTok, you can be a part of our podcast right here on TikTok. Also, ladies and gentlemen, you can be a part of our online merch. Yes, you can be a part of our online merch. We'll share the link with you on this podcast show. Also, you can be a part of our Patreon. All you have to do right now is go to our Patreon, sign up for free, get exclusive episodes of what we are doing across the world. Also, you can be a part on the Ways to Give. We want to thank each and every one of you who joins us on the Ways to Give. Join Let's Talk About It Buffalo Podcast Monday through Friday from 6:30 p.m. till 7 p.m. on Spotify, Anchor. You can join us on every social media platform, listening platforms. And we really do a thank you for joining us on WordPress.com. It is going crazy over there on WordPress.com. We see all the messages. Thank you for messaging us on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. Thank you so much for all of your conversations there. Again, we want to thank every single person that's a part of what we're doing across the world. Thank you for being a part of every part of our life. Thank you so much. And until our next podcast, take care. God bless. Monday evening at 6:30. Don't forget to join us. We have more to say as we get into the voting season. Take care. God bless. Till the next time.